Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. This afternoon, Raila Odinga, through a press briefing, informed Kenyans that yesterday night he had an intelligence brief where he was informed that the government had planned some goons with the help of police protection who were to harm Azimio leaders and their supporters during the Kamkunji meeting. So that technically meant Azimio leaders were not proceeding with the Kamkunji meeting. That was the reason given out by Raila Odinga as for the cancellation. But you know, in politics, sometimes things are not as they seem. Very many of our fans have been asking me, what could be the reason behind the reason why Raila Odinga cancelled the Kamkunji meeting? And what are the political implications of that kind of a move? That's the question I want us to answer in this video. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Any other person who might want to support our forum, contact me through the number below. Let's proceed. Yes. That's a discussion I've been having with some of our fans here. And one fan here sent me a very interesting answer as to why Raila cancelled, the reason behind that reason. Yes, he cancelled. Goons were there with pangas to attack his supporters and shift blame on him. There was no plan for him to do a mandamano today. The plan was to frustrate Gava. State-sponsored goons cost money. Gava wasting resources for nothing. We all knew the plan was to create a stage for Gava to do their usual nonsense. That's why Azimio didn't even inform police of upcoming mandamano because there was nothing. Normally what Azimio does, they notify the police of their planned mandamano or their rallies. But according to this fan, he seems to be suggesting that Azimio never notified the police. So to start it from there was no, or rather the Azimio leaders were not to attend any mandamano or any rally. If you look at it objectively, I strongly believe that Raila Odinga, having seen what had happened across the country, because the whole thing was felt in every corner of the country. The mass action was felt in almost every corner. It was there in Nyanza, Western, Central, Rift Valley, Coast, Nairobi, Northeastern, Eastern. In fact, all the former 8 provinces, there were demonstrations in those areas. And that's why I said in our earlier video that today's mass action was more successful than all the previous mandamanos. So it seems to appear that as time goes by, these mandamano and rallies are becoming more successful than the previous ones. If you look at the Friday's Sabasaba demonstrations, it was more successful than the previous ones. And so this one was more successful than all those other ones. As time goes by, Raila and his team are getting the formula. And as they get that formula, William Ruto and his team are clearly shooting themselves on the foot. Like today, William Ruto shot himself badly on the foot. As you know, leaders were not on the field, so it was about William Ruto's government killing, injuring, and maiming the people. Ruto versus the people. The leaders were not there. And that created this feeling that Ruto is the common enemy to the hustlers. Somebody who sends the police with guns to maim and to kill, that can only be but an enemy. So the main reason as to why Raila might have called off that meeting, already the objective had been achieved. The mass actions were successful across the country. So by Raila Odinga attending the Kamkunji meeting again, in one way or the other could have given William Ruto a loophole of diverting that attention. Yes, Ruto and his team could have just found an excuse. Already the rally was a very big success. I believe that's why Raila Odinga cancelled that meeting. And just as we have also seen, it might have been possible that Raila and the Azimio leaders were not to attend any meeting today. Yes. Even before I conclude, what are the political implications of that cancellation? By Raila Odinga and his team cancelling that rally, that meeting, he denied William Ruto an opportunity of getting that, or rather finding somebody to blame for the deaths. Because in the event he could have attended, or rather gone on with that meeting, then William Ruto, because earlier the rallies were successful, they could have tried all they could to portray Raila Odinga as maybe somebody violent. Because I know the police could have been very brutal and very many Kenyans could have been killed or injured. All that could have been blamed on Raila Odinga. So Raila denied William Ruto that space, that loophole, which they could have used on him. And then another implication is that by Raila Odinga and the Azimio leaders not attending, just as I've explained, it exposes that the war is not a Raila Odinga's war, but is the people's war. Yes, Raila is not fighting for himself, but it's the people who are, or rather Raila is not fighting for himself, but he is speaking for the people, on behalf of the people. That also came out very, very clearly. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. Just as I did indicate when we were starting, if you are watching us, but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. And if you want to support our forum, contact me through the number below. Raila cancelled that meeting because the first reason, that meeting was not to be there. Raila and his team were not to attend it. And then secondly, the rallies across the country were already a success. And then finally, Raila never wanted it to appear as if it's him, it's his war. He wanted the people to carry their war, rather to fight their war. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.
maandamano. Tuende maandamano. Kuja.